Why are people moving to Zephyr Hills?
I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Motion and a second for approval of the audit. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you.
Now we're up to the CRA Director's Report. At your desk, I have placed a restaurant recruitment grant program guidelines looking at other cities. The question was raised today by someone in staff that why would we be doing this?
Look, I was the person who asked, why are we doing this? So she wasn't going to throw me under the bus, and the issue is we're trying to draw restaurants, those types of uses that will bring people to the downtown area, obviously to spend money, spend time here.
Why would we be doing restaurant recruitment? Well, we're doing it because other cities are doing it, and they're our competition. We see the success, so we're trying to encourage restaurants to look at us, and from talking to their staff, they have been successful. Lakelands, Temple Terrace, Tampa, East Tampa, the East Tampa CRA, and Tarpon Springs. So they all have different types of incentives for restaurants. Now, East Tampa has a $75,000 incentive because their real estate is more expensive. Everything, it's a larger urban area than we have. Some have a little smaller than the 15,000, but I have also put in grease trap. All of the grants that the CRA does, the improvements stay with the building, and I may have made a play on my.
What are the amenities that are bringing them here? And if we can bring some of these eclectic, one-offs or mom and pop restaurants and experiences, and if we can help bring them here, I think it's important. I think the fact that the improvements stay with the building is a big thing. As Gail was saying, one of the big issues that we have are grease traps. And, if we have restaurants and we do have restaurants in Zephyr Hills that don't have grease traps, that causes an issue in the sewer system because those grease balls get into the lift stations and they clog the lift stations and block them up. And now we have expense of fixing that down the line. And to prove where it came from, we can't necessarily do that. So creating the grease trap at the property, and everything's collected before it gets to our system is a huge help to the utility side.
Now, what if we give this grant to a restaurant, this becomes a restaurant, and then he fails or she fails, and then the building becomes something else besides a restaurant? Then what? The grease trap just stays there?
It's there, but the valuation of the grease trap and the suppression system is tied to the building, and so we'll still get the increase in value of the building. Well, this grant is for retrofitting a building. If you're building a new building or a new restaurant like a Red Lobster, then it's in their budget already to build those things. So no, this would not cover it.
We need to make sure that if we move forward, that it specifically says for the retrofit and not for new construction. And it may already,
Right. And everybody just received this. You haven't had any time to review it.
And what I'd say is, why don't we just take it, start digesting it, have another discussion at the next meeting about it.
Right.
So let's move on to the next item.
I just have one quick question. Is that right? You said they increased the value of the building, so that would be on the property taxes you're referring to? Now, I don't know how often they come and check on these improvements, but I would say that if we were to go along with that, we made these improvements, I think we should make the county tax collector aware of these improvements right away so that they can get that on there.
Right. It is my understanding that as the building permits are issued, the county is aware of it, and that's how they.
Right.